But this year, unexpected events and hidden intrigues have made things darker than ever. The focus is on Sharon Newman, who is caught in a dangerous web of intrigue, and Phyllis Summers, who is keeping a secret that could change everything. Sharon and Jordan's trap. Sharon Newman, who has always tried to balance her personal life with her complicated relationships, decides to spend New Year's Eve celebrating with her family at Society. Faith Newman and Nick Newman, who are looking forward to this meeting, stop at Newman Ranch first, leaving Sharon to go to Society alone. The moment Sharon enters Society, the lights are bright and the laughter and music are playing. She has no idea that danger awaits. Jordan, who has impressed in recent episodes with his mysterious attitude and suspicious behavior, appears from the shadows. With a calm and calculating demeanor, Jordan approaches Sharon. At first, he acts like an old friend who just happened to meet again, but Sharon gradually senses that something is wrong. When she tries to leave, Jordan is quick to act. He lures Sharon behind Society with an excuse about something important he wants to tell her. And then, Sharon disappears into the night. Meanwhile, another story is unfolding for Phyllis Summers. She is struggling with whether to reveal a big secret to her son, Daniel. For years, Phyllis has been a conflicted woman, strong and intelligent, but also full of darkness and revenge. Phyllis has always had a tense relationship with Sharon. The conflicts of the past have made her unable to forgive Sharon, and that hatred has made her willing to do anything to eliminate her rival. But this time, things seem to go further. Is Phyllis turning a blind eye to Sharon's disappearance, just to satisfy her own vengeance? In her conversation with Daniel, Phyllis seems to want to confess part of the truth. But instead of revealing the whole thing, she only says in a cryptic way, "You know, sometimes I think it's not so wrong to eliminate people who stand in your way. That's life, you either win or you get crushed." Daniel, despite loving his mother, still feels worried. He suspects that his mother is hiding something related to Sharon or maybe even related to the recent suspicious events. Phyllis and Ian Ward, unexpected allies? In a surprising turn of events, the story opens up the possibility that Phyllis may be collaborating with Ian Ward, a cunning man who was once Mariah and Tessa's obsession. Ian, with his psychological manipulation and sophisticated planning, could be an ideal ally for someone as desperate as Phyllis. Ian has always had a way of exploiting the weaknesses and ambitions of others. With Phyllis's desperation and hatred for Sharon, he could take advantage of the situation to draw her into his plans. But does Phyllis realize that she is playing a dangerous game, as cooperating with Ian could make her the next victim? Sharon has been drawn into a larger conspiracy, but who is really behind it? Jordan is clearly the one directly involved, but is he working under the direction of Ian Ward or Phyllis Summers? Meanwhile, Faith and Nick begin to worry when Sharon fails to show up as scheduled. When they arrive at Society, they find no sign of her. Nick, with his strong instinct to protect his family, quickly contacts the police, but that only leads to unanswered questions. Ian, with his cunning personality, may be taking advantage of this situation to continue his dark plans. He has the ability to manipulate people around him, even turning Sharon into a tool to achieve his own goals. Overlapping relationships and dark conspiracies are gradually revealed. Mariah, Faith, and Nick are constantly searching for Sharon, while Phyllis struggles between conscience and hatred. The story becomes more complicated when Ian Ward appears, evoking the shadow of a dangerous villain who can turn everything around with just one move. Can Sharon escape this dangerous situation? How far will Phyllis go to achieve her goals, and will she realize that she is becoming a pawn in Ian Ward's hands? Or will Daniel be the one to stop his mother before things go too far? New Year's Eve in Genoa City is not only a moment of celebration but also a major turning point in the lives of the characters. From Sharon's mysterious disappearance to the unexpected relationship between Phyllis and Ian, everything is revolving around a battle between light and darkness. Fans definitely cannot miss the next episodes, as secrets are gradually revealed and the fate of Sharon, Phyllis, and other characters are decided. Genoa City, as usual, continues to. Young and the Restless bids farewell to the old year, preparing for a joyful new year. However, dark events have quietly crept in, making this night an unforgettable turning point for some of the main characters. Mariah faces a nightmare. In the dim lights of the Society, Mariah has prepared to spend a special night with her beloved Tessa. But things quickly take a turn when she realizes Tessa is nowhere to be seen in the crowd. Worried and with a nagging feeling that something is wrong, Mariah begins to search. What she sees next horrifies her. Tessa, staggering, is leaning on Ian Ward, a man Mariah knows is dangerous. Ian Ward, once a symbol of evil and manipulation, appears in the shadows, wearing a knowing smile. As Mariah rushes over, she witnesses Ian put an inhaler to Tessa's mouth. Anger and fear welled up in Mariah, but Ian quickly defended himself. But Mariah was not fooled. She knew Ian did not appear here with good intentions. Looking at Tessa's trembling eyes, now only half-conscious, Mariah felt the fear creeping up on her. Ian was not just a scary figure from Mariah's past. He was once the head of a dangerous cult, specializing in using charm and cunning to manipulate others. Years ago, he caused indelible damage to the Newman family. Ian's sudden appearance on New Year's Eve could not be a coincidence. Ian skillfully played the hero role, even calling 911 to make a good impression on everyone around him. He knew that, no matter how suspicious he was, the law could not touch him without solid evidence. Meanwhile, Mariah struggled to keep her cool and protect Tessa from Ian's evil hands. Sharon Newman has mysteriously disappeared. Jordan, a rising star with unclear intentions, is suspected of being behind Sharon's disappearance. Sharon had previously had a few confrontations with Jordan, and she began to realize that he was not as simple as he seemed. On New Year's Eve, when everyone was immersed in joy, Jordan carried out his plan. Sharon, without leaving any trace, disappeared into the night. This raised concerns in Nick Newman, who used to be Sharon's great love. Nick sensed that Jordan was not simply trying to cause trouble but was aiming for a much more dangerous target. While these terrifying events were taking place, Phyllis Summers had a completely different moment when she decided to share a secret with Daniel. An ambitious and sometimes cunning mother, Phyllis always kept dark secrets that few people knew. But this time, she decides that Daniel needs to know the truth, a truth that could change their lives forever. Daniel, who has kept his distance from his mother because of her questionable behavior in the past, finds it hard to believe that Phyllis is finally opening up. This raises the question, is Phyllis really being honest, or is she using Daniel as part of her larger plan? A tense moment, and an inevitable confrontation. At the society, as everyone begins the countdown to the new year, the situation becomes more tense than ever. Mariah, in an effort to protect Tessa, confronts Ian head-on. Though frightened, she does not back down. The police arrive and Ian, predictably, plays the hero as he recounts his story of helping Tessa. Without enough evidence to arrest him, Ian calmly leaves, leaving Mariah angry and helpless. After a chaotic New Year's Eve, Tessa slowly recovers but still has no memory of what happened. Meanwhile, Mariah is determined to expose Ian once again, no matter how dangerous it is. Sharon Newman is still missing, and suspicions about Jordan grow. Is Sharon still alive? And what does Jordan really want? As for Phyllis Summers, the secrets she reveals to Daniel are just the beginning of a new series of events that threaten to shake their family ties. New Year's Eve in Genoa City sets off a dramatic chain of events, taking the audience on a journey of complex emotions, from love to betrayal to courage. While Mariah tries to protect her loved one, Sharon faces danger, and Phyllis confronts the truth that cannot be hidden. Everything leads to the big question, who will win this game, light or darkness? Genoa City never ceases to be fascinating, and what's coming up next will surely keep viewers glued to their seats.